What do you think about the sports unwritten rules as it appears to the guy code?
I absolutely agree, especially with what you just mentioned, like, things like pine tar. And to be honest, other performance-enhancing drugs. You know what I'm saying? Like when Jose Canseco, ratted everybody out and said everybody was using, hey, man, it makes the sport better. Baseball's been kind of boring since everybody's been off
But did
performance-enhancing
Jose
drugs.
Canseco violate a code there by ratting everyone
Yes,
out?
because he was using them.
Yeah, he snitched. You can't snitch.
Absolutely.
But I agree, man. Use the steroids.
Yes.
And the people who aren't using steroids are using something else that's going to be steroids in 5 years. Like, people are always one step ahead.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And steroids don't make, like, average players great. They make great players greater.
Even better, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So it's either whether they were on steroids or not, the average players are still going to be average, and the great players are still going to be great. The great players are just a little greater, and the average players are just a little bit more than average.
I feel bad for the guys who come in second place and third place who aren't using steroids. Because those are the real winners. Do you know what I mean? Those are the guys who feel bad for. So I don't feel bad for the last place guy who's going to suck no matter what. But the guy who's being honest and then loses that bike race because he doesn't dope, that I feel a little bit bad
nice
for.
guys finish last. Should have been
Or
using the
second
steroids.
or third.
Charlamagne, I like your donkey of the day, which is, something that you kind of created and that you give it this award, dubious award out to. If you had a sports donkey of the day, who are you giving the crown to?
It would be the NCAA Council for just now giving student athletes unlimited meal plans and snacks like they should have been getting that because they are student athletes. And, these guys need to eat to nourish their bodies and be healthy the right way. But also, they should just be paying these guys anyway. Like, to me, college athletics is like semi-pro sports anyway. So they should be getting paid. The NCAA makes billions of dollars off of these guys. So why aren't these guys getting a little something? It's no need for a Division I player to ever go hungry.
But how do you pay it? You can't pay them all because the basketball team and the football teams pay for all the other sports in the school.
Okay.
So what are you just going to pay the racquetball kids $50,000 a year?
I think you give everybody a little stipend and you pay the kids that are performing extremely well. Like, it should be some type of incentive. Like, if you get this amount of points, then you get this kind of bonus.
You're not going to incentivize college players. Come on, man.
Listen, I'll say this. The NCAA has shown us that they don't really have an idea either. They don't really have a clue, and they would probably be open to a lot of these suggestions. I mean, one way is a stipend, and people have been talking about that for quite some time now.
And
but also a percentage of jersey sales,
yes.
a percentage of something along those lines, and that's what a lot of players I think are advocating for. And the ones who want to unionize really only want health care and someone who could maybe take care of them a little bit after their playing days are
Do
done.
NBA players even get a percentage of jersey sales?
They do. The NBA Players Union and the league collectively bargain how they divvy up merchandise sales. So from the split of that pie, then the players also get a split of that pie.
But LeBron doesn't get a piece of his jersey sales.
It doesn't matter that LeBron James sells more jerseys than Carmelo Anthony or someone else. They all get a percentage. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
And it doesn't matter when people say, oh, well, they're getting a chance to go to the NFL or the NBA. The percentage of those kids that go to the NFL or the NBA are very small. Yeah. College is the peak for most of these kids, so pay them.
Yeah.
Or take advantage of your college situation. Take real classes.
I can't even get a meal.
No, this is real important. This is real important because I was watching some documentary on HBO about these kids who went to, I think it was North Carolina.
It was on Real Sports.
It was on Real Sports. And they're sitting here like these kids. They're sitting here and these kids are talking about, we took Swahili and we took these majors.
They were forced to take classes where you didn't show up.
Hold on.
African American studies.
Forced is a strong word. Forced is a very strong word.
Well, they would say they would show up and their class schedule was already made for them.
And this is what I would say. That's what everybody that goes to college has a responsibility to choose their classes. Nobody's going to say to an athlete, hold on, student athlete, you have to study a bogus major, and if you don't do it, we're kicking you out of school. You have the same responsibility that I have when I went to college and every other college student has. And we messed up.
But how difficult is it to actually...
correct me if I'm wrong, you didn't have to spend an extra 40 hours a week doing sports.
Exactly.
No!
It's difficult to be a student.
No, I spent 40 hours a week drinking. You know how much more detrimental that is to go to school?
It's hard to keep up.
I got to practice, work out, and then you want me to study for a real major? Put me in this African American studies class and let me prosper, please.
First of all, I took African American studies and I wasn't in a in a sport at all, so I don't know. And I think I got a C in it. So I got a C for Caucasian. All right.